Thank you. Professor Boaz Golani, tell us how the Technion Israel Institute of Technology sees this partnership.
Well, I feel quite privileged to speak here today after Prime Minister Netanyahu comments specifically on the issues of technology and collaboration. Technology, because I'm here representing the Technion, which is the cradle of Israel technology, has been so even before the country was established and continues to be so through the years. And collaboration, because we are here to celebrate a unique collaboration between not only two universities, but between the two countries, US and Israel. So when you talk about collaboration, it's not only between universities, it's between governments, industries, corporations, etc. But collaboration must be smart. And smart is not just a word, it's an abbreviation. Smart means it has to be sustainable, which means you must have the resources, the manpower, the vision to maintain it. Then collaboration must be mutually attractive. It must have the benefits to all parties involved. Then it must have the reliability aspect. You must have reliable partners on both ends. And finally, it has to be transparent. The public and everybody else around you must see exactly what's happening and not just the people that signed the MOUs. If you observe the outcomes of the Brexit in the UK and the recent elections in the US, one sees a tremendous grassroots pushback against international collaboration. So we must see that collaboration needs to be smart. And at least in my interpretation, the pushback is because some people didn't see the mutually attractiveness of this relationship. Now let me share with you, with a few words, the collaboration that we have struck between the Technion and Cornell University in New York. I believe this collaboration has all the smart ingredients. It is sustainable because we have the resources to maintain it. As you heard, we got a very generous support from Erwin Jacobs. We got tremendous support from the city of New York. We have support from a variety of other parties. So sustainability is there. Mutually attractive. This partnership is great for Cornell. It brought Cornell presence not only in Ithaca, New York, but in the city itself to new heights. And it will open tremendous opportunities for economic future for the city of New York, especially in the wake of the financial crisis of 2008 and now the evolving technology markets in New York. And I have to share with you some information that I got from the comptroller of the state of New York who visited Technion recently that told us that when we started the collaboration in 2012, there were 500 software companies listed in the greater metropolitan area of New York. And now, less than 4 years later, there are more than 1,000 software companies listed in the same area. And guess what? 200 of them are run by Israelis. Many of them Technion graduates. So indeed, some fruits are already there, and we can see how the partnership is mutually attractive. Continuing to the R part, the reliability, we couldn't have asked for a more reliable partner than Cornell University. Even though they went through some changes in the presidency, they remained a truly reliable partner. Same is true for the city of New York. Mayor Bloomberg finished his term, a new mayor came in. The policy with regard to our partnership didn't change. Finally, the T part, the transparency. Everything we do is open. We share the information with others, and the public is there to see. And this will be an opportunity for me to invite each and every one of you to the celebration we'll have on September 2017 when we move from our current location in the Google building on 8th Avenue to Roosevelt Island. And indeed, this will be a great event. Now, at the essence, at the core of what we do with Cornell lies data. It's all about data. We have three focused areas there. One is connective media, the other one is health technologies, and the last one is technologies for the urban environment. It's all about data. And again, you heard the Prime Minister talking about digitizing everything and the technology that goes through every dimension of our life. And indeed, the future of every aspect of our life involves data. It's the collection of data from untold number of IoT, sensors, etc. It's the analysis of data through AI, machine learning, and all the other techniques that we have. And finally, converting data to information and finally into knowledge that serves societal needs and values. And if we talk about data, let's mention the Technion collaboration with Bank Hapoalim, because it's also revolving around data. The traditional role of banks has been one of intermediaries, serving as a layer between customers and businesses, between various parties, replacing the traditional practice of barter. From day one, banks relied on data. You had to store the information on your customers, and you have to keep track of their deposits and the loans and whatnot. In today's digital era, banks are facing tremendous challenges of adapting their practices, their algorithms, their databases to the new era of data. And I believe Bank Hapoalim is one of the first ones, certainly the first in Israel, to realize the enormity of this challenge. And therefore, we are happy that they came to the Technion to establish a new laboratory on fintech. And we look forward to working to a mutual attractive relationship between the bank experts and our own researchers, both relying on the databases that the bank will provide, and all that to bring value, not only to the two parties, but to society at large. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Golani. Ambassador Shapiro, share us your thoughts on this partnership in the context of the greater U.S.-Israel relationship.
Well, I first of all just want to congratulate the Technion and Cornell University and Bank Hapoalim and the City of New York for reaching the milestone in the coming year of the actual opening of the Roosevelt Island campus, the Cornell Tech program, and the beginning of academic study there. When I think about where the growth potential in the U.S.-Israel relationship is, it's completely in the areas of our economic relationship and our science and technology relationship. We are and will remain extraordinary security partners. That will never change, and we've achieved even more in the fields of security and intelligence and military cooperation in the last 8 years, and I'm sure we will more in the future. But where we have only just scratched the surface, as much as has already been achieved, is in the fusing of the two great centers of innovation that are the United States and Israel. Much of it happens naturally, as major American technology companies have long since discovered they can't afford not to be in Israel, in the startup nation, taking advantage of the creativity and the energy and the innovation of young Israelis and the startups that they have founded. But now when we see that we are taking advantage of those linkages and those fusions in new ways by creating clusters and centers of excellence, such as is happening in Beersheba in the field of cybersecurity, and now such as was happening in New York City in Roosevelt Island. This is where entrepreneurs and technical experts and business leaders and students and researchers will all be clustered together in one location, taking advantage of all that New York has to offer as a center of finance, a center of culture, increasingly a center of technology as well, and pooling the best minds from Israel and the United States to create products and technical breakthroughs and bring them to market that are going to change the world and that are going to make the world a better place. So to me, this Cornell and Technion partnership really is the cutting edge of what I see as possible in the U.S.-Israel relationship in the decades to come.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Shapiro. Time is short, so I'm going to thank our speakers, CEO and President of Bank Hapoalim, Arik Pinto, Professor Boaz Golani, the Vice President of Technion, and of course, you're going to invite U.S. Ambassador Shapiro to now give his speech.
Thank you very much, Steve.